Hey, and welcome to another episode of Cult Life with me, Robin Jackson. This show is about the event, the Scientology, the Aftermath Jehovah's Witness Special by Leah Remini and Mike Rinder that was broadcast this past weekend on the here in South Africa. So we got to watch it, and I can only say that I was not ready for that episode. As I've said in a tweet recently, I've been an activist in some form or other for the past 11 years, and I've heard terrible stories from former Jehovah's Witnesses and experienced some terrible things myself, like shunning. But this still got to me, this show. I was an emotional wreck. I'm not going to lie to you. I admit that it was very emotional for me watching that. And as a former Jehovah's Witness, I can attest to the fact that what was portrayed was indeed accurate. I lived it, and my family lived it for 25 years. It was also interesting to note that many Jehovah's Witnesses and Jehovah's Witness apologists were attacking the show and the guests and saying that it was all lies and it was distorted and it was all made up and it's the work of apostates. And many of these were challenged, on social media as why are they not prepared to go on camera with their leaders and debate and dispute these experiences and policies and the doctrines of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They never do. I remember when I was part of a live television discussion panel here in South Africa a few years ago. The host actually called the Bethel branch office here in South Africa to invite a representative onto the show to talk about these issues. But of course they point blank refused. So my question is, if you are so confident that what you are teaching and punting is the truth, why are you afraid to debate and answer questions on a national and international live television platform? The truth, in my opinion, should be able to stand up to scrutiny. Now, I'm glad, many people got to see the show and could see how destructive this cult really is. The deaths, because of the blood transfusion doctrine, the shunning, the child sex abuse scandals, the Australian Royal Commission, the stupid pseudoscience claims that they use to back up their subjection of women, and the suicides. It's just mind-blowing how, Jehovah's Witnesses and people who are in there still defend this cult. Jehovah's Witnesses are not a happy people, contrary to what the governing body claims. To me, the common theme throughout all of the experiences detailed on the show was the breakup of families. And that, to me, is one of the cruelest things that this religion does. 7 men who sit at the worldwide headquarters in Warwick, New York, tell their millions of followers to shun their own children, their mothers, their fathers, their grandparents, etc. These 7 men, who the majority of Jehovah's Witnesses have never met. It's just cruel and inhumane. Anyway, I just wanted to end off by thanking all of the guests who were on the show for being so brave and coming forward to tell their stories. Cynthia Hampton, Nate Quarry, Lloyd Evans, Cliff Henderson, Richard and Sharon Follis, Mikesha Soto and Jerry Miner and Shayna Rubio. In my opinion, you guys rock, and I hope this will show others who are trapped and those going through similar circumstances that they are not alone. There are others out there who are going through similar challenges and facing the very same challenges that you guys that many people are facing. So stay strong and keep up the good work. To those all the activists around the world, I think it's making a difference. It's finally starting to make a difference, and we can see that the dwindling numbers, the kingdom malls being sold off around the world. There's hardly any growth, in the organization in the Western world. South America still records some growth. Some of African countries, South Africa, where I'm based, has also seen very little growth and very marginal increases in their numbers. And I think the internet has been a thorn in their side, and shows like the Aftermath Special by Leah Remini, and other shows that have exposed this, the Jehovah's Witnesses have caused a massive dent, and caused massive concern amongst the leaders in terms of, they're not getting the growth that they used to back in the 80s and probably early 70s as well. And it was also interesting to see how how similar the Watchtower, the Jehovah's Witnesses, are to the whole Scientology as well. The practices are very similar. The shunning, the disconnection from the Scientologist, and I actually in one of my previous episodes spoke to Ryan Hogarth, who was I interviewed, and we spoke about the similarities between the Jehovah's Witnesses and Scientology. And this show just exposed it even more. So thank you to all. And until next time, ciao for now.